What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed already, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button right now so you guys can ride along. In today's video, we are going to do Q&As that our followers on Instagram asked us. So this is gonna get interesting because one question is really like,
Yeah.
and viewers' discretion is advised. This might get violent. So with our first question,
Okay. Question number 1. What are 2 things?
you gotta say no for like.
No. You gotta start off with a banger. What are 2 things you like and dislike about the other person? So you go first. I've been waiting to hear this.
Alright, guys. So these questions have been like ready for like since
Like-
Father's Day.
Yeah.
And it was exactly Father's Day where we put on the Instagram story the ask questions or whatever. So she's been waiting since then for this
Answer.
specific answer, or not specific, this
Specific question.
specific question.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be towards the end for this question. But
Just
I guess-
answer it. Just answer it. Stop avoiding it by.
I guess it's like boom right away. So 2 things I like and dislike about my wife. So 2 things I like. Number 1, I like how she's super supportive. Always in everything I've done, she's always supported me. Even if it's something I shouldn't be doing, or not necessarily that I shouldn't be doing, but more like she doesn't like
Agree
it.
with it.
She doesn't agree with it, but it's something I want to do. She supports me regardless. So that's number 1. Number 2.
Let's do one good, one bad.
Okay.
One good and then one bad.
All right. So that was 1 good.
Yeah.
1 bad. 1 thing I dislike
How dare you?
is that she's always grabbing my nip. Always. And recently I told her I got mad because I was like, stop twisting my nip. That's 1 thing. Now another thing that I like that
You don't even know?
I had this
Okay,
rehearsed.
guys, no. A long time ago, I was cooking dinner. He was eating cereal on his phone, and then I was just like, popped up. I was like, what are 2 things you like about me? And he was like, and he didn't know what to say.
Oh, what the hell? You're not supposed to pop up on somebody eating cereal and be like, what are 2 things you like about me? Hey, who does that?
Me.
You're eating,
Because that's going to be your most honest response, the first thing that comes to your mind.
I'm eating cereal. First thing on my mind is trying to make sure I don't choke with cereal and milk. I mean, obviously milk. I don't know what else you would eat cereal with, but you guys get the point.
You don't know. There's people who like plain cereal
Yeah.
or like orange juice. I know that was a thing for a while.
I like orange juice.
Okay, so what do you like about me?
Number 2 thing that I like is that she's always buying me stuff.
That isn't good.
Always. She goes to the Swami and she sends me a picture. She's like, hey, you want this? Sure. Like the other day, she bought me some Adidas shoes. You know, who's not gonna want Adidas shoes? So that's number 2. That she's always buying me random things.
Random things, or I just randomly buy.
Or she just randomly buys me things.
Okay.
So number 2 that I dislike is that she always tells me to change baby's diaper.
What? No.
Always.
Yeah, but you don't do
She
it.
knows I can't do it.
You can't do it because you don't want to.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that
No.
Camila is crazy.
So
You're
not gonna be able to deal with her later when she's older and,
Well, I'm not gonna be changing her when she's
and more
older.
serious. I'm not talking about changing her diaper. Like with other things in life.
No, that
If you can't
yes.
deal with her craziness while she's rolling around
Well-
and you're changing her diaper, how are you gonna deal with her
Look, guys, I
with
don't know.
other things?
I don't know how many of you guys have kids, but
Siblings.
or
You know,
sibling-
Mexican
or
parents making you help out with babies.
baby siblings
Cousins.
where you're changing their diaper and they're calm, and then I don't know, or just flip out, start twisting and throwing hands and kicking all over the place. And
Those are all kids, babe.
not all of them. I know I wasn't like that.
Oh my god, here we go.
I remember.
I was a
wasn't
calm
like
baby. I remember
I was
everything.
a calm baby. All right, so that's number 2, and that's it. I'm done. Not answering any more of this specific question. Your turn.
Okay. So the first thing I like about him also is that he's very supportive. I'll give him ideas. Okay, so I'm constantly changing my career in college, but he's always very supportive. He's like, yeah, you should go for it. Or like, I have like business ideas that I want to start. And then he's like, yeah, like go for it. You can do it. Like, I believe in you. So I like that, he doesn't put me down. Or even if he's like realistic, it's not, like he still doesn't put me down. So, he's very supportive of what I like want to accomplish. One thing that I dislike about him is that he's very impulsive when it comes to buying stuff. He doesn't think anything through. He doesn't think how he doesn't need it or how it might affect a future payment. But he's very impulsive. Another thing that I like about him is that he puts his family first. I know that, like sometimes it's hard, like if there's, other family members involved, but he always puts me and the baby first. And, I like that because I think everybody wants a supportive spouse, whether it be the man or the woman. And the last thing I dislike about him, I had it in my head and I forgot. This wasn't the one I had, but it's one of the things I dislike is that he is always on his phone. We're eating dinner, he's on his phone. We're on the couch having supposedly family time, he's on his phone. We go out and he's on his phone. If you're trying to spend quality time, if you're both working full time, he works on the weekends. So when he is here, he's not present, he's not in the moment, he's not paying attention to me or his daughter because he's on his phone. That's very irritating, and that completely pisses me off. So I'm just gonna end it there before I get mad.
Told you this was gonna get bad.
Second question, what is something that you regret? It can be anything. Life. Well, yeah, life.
Life. I regret life.
No, like life related, but that came out wrong.
So something I regret is not being able to manage my finances, just because now we're struggling, just because of everything, car, baby.
I think it's just we're living paycheck by paycheck.
Yeah.
you know.
So
Because, like, we have, you know, if we want to, we can splurge every now and then, but it's kind of hard to because we know we have responsibilities, you know. Something is, are you done? Something I regret. I don't think I regret anything. I think that everything that I've been through has, you know, brought me to where I am. And, you know, back then maybe it's like, fuck, like, why did I do this? Or, like, you know, I should have never done that, you know. But I think that you learn and you grow from that. So I don't think I regret anything as of right now. But yeah, I don't think I regret anything. You can answer this one. Where did you guys go on your first date?
Our first date.
Okay, talk about the unofficial date. The first date that was supposed to be a date. I'll talk about that one. Let me bring it up. Okay, so we went out when I was on vacation going into 8th grade, and he was already in school because he went to his school sucked. His school sucked because they had no type of vacation and they were always in session. So he had just gotten home from school, I believe. I was waiting for him all day, you know, because we live in the same apartment building. And he, like, some, like, other guys from the building apartment, like, that don't get along with us very well, tagged his door with, like, permanent marker. You know, they drew a boy's private part, and, you know, he was, like, trying to scrub it off and clean the door, and I was outside the building waiting for him with my cousin, because we're not really cousins. But I was waiting for him because we were gonna go to McDonald's, and he's like, yeah, I'll buy you a McChicken and I'll buy you fries. And then, like, you know, I was happy because that's what I ordered, so I was fine with it. But I was like, wait, like, what if I didn't want, like, something off the dollar menu? I was like, what if I wanted, like, a Big Mac and, like, a McFlurry? And he was choosing my meal for me. But then my mom called because my mom worked, and she left me at home, and she called and she's like, oh, your aunt said you're not at the house. You know how strict Mexican parents are. She's like, you're not at the house. Where are you? You better go back. You better not be like the callejera. And so I had to completely cancel on him. So that was supposed to be our first date, but it's our unofficial first date. But the official first date was
Tommy's Burgers. Now, if you guys have not been to Tommy's Burgers in San Fernando, California,
the only location of that particular chain.
Yeah. I highly, highly recommend you guys go there. Their burgers are amazing. And they're actual burgers. Not just, you know, like McDonald's and stuff where they just throw it in a microwave and it comes out. And I know this because I worked at McDonald's for 4 hours.
Oh my god.
I worked at McDonald's for 4 hours, and I was like, nope, not for me, and I left. But yeah, so that was our first date. Tommy's Burgers in San Fernando.
Okay, next question. How many kids are you planning to have? Okay, so I want 3. I want 2 girls and 1 boy, and I think I want 2 girls because I grew up with only girls. I only have sisters. I don't have any brothers, so that's just what I'm used to. And Camila, our firstborn, is a girl, and she's amazing. I love her. She's the cutest thing ever. No biasness, but she is so cute. She's adorable, and she's so funny. She's the cutest little baby ever. But he says if we have the boy next, then we're done, but that's not gonna happen because, you know, I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. But he would prefer 1 girl and 2 boys, but that's not gonna happen.
I wanted a boy first just because you know, the brother grows up and, you know, protects all his siblings or whatever. That's just what I personally wanted, but, you know, it turned out to be a girl, and she's a fantastic little girl. She might even beat up the boys because
She beats us up. what is your favorite thing that Camila does? I don't know. I think my favorite thing, and I think it's the sweetest thing ever, is like I can be hugging her and she'll just like lean her head into me, like into my chest or my shoulder. It's so cute. It's like, you know, it kind of feels like they feel secure and safe with you. You know, that's the feeling that I get. So that's the favorite thing that she does with me. What do you like? What's your favorite thing?
With me, it's that I can't really choose one specific thing, just because everything she does is,
Yeah.
you know, we love. But if I had to really choose, then it'd probably be the fact that, well, that she's always going,
Oh yeah.
always. She's always going, and I think that's just super adorable, you know, and especially if you know we do it to her, then she'll do it back to us, and,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just super adorable.
How did you meet Ricky? So his name is Ricardo. People call him Rick or Ricky. But I've actually known him, or he's been in my life. We've been in each other's lives for all of my life because he's older than I am. But his dad and my parents grew up from the same town. So we've kind of always been around. We've always been at the same parties. We've always been at the same, you know, kermeses, you know, like we've always just been around. And then the first like visual the first time I remember seeing him was at my babysitter my babysitter is his brother's godmother, so I guess, you know, his mom couldn't find someone at the time, so she just took care of them at the time. And I remember him there, but then after that I don't really remember much of him. But when he started to go visit his godbrother and his godmother that live in the same building where I live, where we both live now, that's when I remember started to see him again. But I kind of, you know, like forgot.
So this
you
is the
existed.
thing. She used to sell like hot Cheetos and Takis in Arizona's in her apartment, and every time I go visit my godmother, I always ask my parents for money just so I can go see her. All the time. And she says she doesn't remember this, but like one time I went to go knock, and she opened the door and she saw me and she was like,
I never did that. You're such a liar.
you know, in that moment we both knew we were meant for each other. Our eyes just kind of popped out of it, you know. And
That's probably not a good visual.
our eyes just fucking. But yeah.
Okay. How does it feel to be a mom and dad? It's very exhausting, frustrating, but it's also very rewarding. That's how I feel. I think it's the best thing that's, you know, aside from us, you know, finding and like getting together, you know, well, finding each other, that's what I meant to say. You know, aside from, you know, being with someone who actually appreciates you and is, you know, good to you, you know, I think she's like the best thing that's ever happened to both of us, you know, because she's completely flipped our life, you know, for the better. And I couldn't have asked for anything else.
I agree 100%.
You're like, next. Okay, this one is for him. This is for you, babe. Are you going to get any more tattoos? If so, what?
Hell yes. I plan on getting like at least one full sleeve. I know for sure I want to get baby's name tattooed somewhere. I also originally, before she was born, I wanted to, you know, get her footprints and kind of tattoo them on like this on the side, like where my ribs are. But I know that's a very painful spot, and I am a weenie, and exactly what I want. I know baby's name for sure. Well, all our babies' names. But I just don't know exactly where or how I want it. But yeah, I know she's been wanting to get one with me, where it's like the crowns of the king and queen. Or
I have the tattoo itch.
so yeah. I mean, it's just if you guys know about tattoos and stuff, you guys know that it has to be exactly what you guys want, because it's something permanent, and you know it's not good to regret it after you get it, because you can't take it off unless you get it lasered, but it just hurts more than actually getting it tattooed. So yeah.
Okay. The last question. It's kind of confusing the way it was worded. It says, "Where are you planning to have in 10 years?" I think it might be like, "Where do you see yourself in 10 years?" In 10 years, I think that by then, like, we're done having kids. You know, even though I'm only gonna be like 30, 31. So we still can have a few more kids, but I think I'm good with 3. Hopefully in 10 years, you know, we're done having our kids. I hope to at least have one business running, because I have so many ideas, and they're all different. But it's just kind of hard to, you know, starting from nothing, you know, it's kind of hard. So I hope to have at least one business running. My degree, if I do decide to go back to school, hopefully a homeowner with a good amount of land, because our parties are crazy.
We get lit, all right. Get lit.
I don't know. I think I just want to be. I mean, we're already settled, but we're not settled the way we want to be, with like a home. Like, we each have our own car. We have all our kids. You know, everything is in line. You know, and everything is running smoothly the way we want it. I don't know. I just want to be in a good place. You know, family-wise, financial-wise, business-wise. So I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I see where we're gonna be at, hopefully.
Celebrating our 11-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah. 11 years. But also, you know, growing along with you guys, you know, helping each other grow. You know, we have a lot in mind, you know, for the channel, for you guys, for everybody that supports us. You know, we're gonna support as well.
Yeah, and don't think we don't see it. We see everything. We know who's supporting. So, you know, thank you to everybody who has followed our small YouTube journey so far.
Something that I want to share with you guys, that you know, it's hard on us to actually record and stuff, because we're not used to that. We're not used to the attention. We're not used to, you know, people
having the camera in our face.
Yeah, you know, and especially where we come from, a lot of the people where we're from are super judgmental. You know, and you know, it's like,
it's kind of hard to get out of that mentality.
Yeah, you know, like this past weekend we went to Santa Monica, and like we were recording, we were fine, but then, like, you know, you see people kind of just staring at you and stuff like that, and it's kind of like, oh, like, do I look dumb? You know, and I know it's something we shouldn't care about what other people think, you know, but it's just hard when you're just used to that growing up, you know, where it's like you don't want to look bad, you don't want to
make a fool
out of yourself and stuff like that. So I think that's why we find it kind of difficult for us to kind of create content like in public. Like right now we're in the car, you know, and the reason why we're recording this in the car is because, you know, I finally got a GoPro that my wife bought for me for Father's Day. You know, so I can be driving while we're recording.
random gift. I'm just kidding.
Random gift, yes. You know, and to this now just because we don't have baby in here. So when baby's in here, you know, baby's in her seat and then she's in the back, you know, so we can't really record anything. So I was like, okay, you know, this seems like a good opportunity for us to film this Q&A, and so yeah, I mean, you know, it's just we appreciate all you guys that have been there since our first video. You know, all our family that's super supportive. You know, the few friends that we do have, because
yeah, that's something you learn along the way, that as life goes on, your circle gets small.
yes,
And
super small.
and you know who's there for you, and you know, and if you're still in grade school, you know, you're like, oh, like I have all these friends, like, you know, it's always going to be like this. But you know, you guys, you know, end up in different schools, people end up moving, or you just find new people, you know, you find new like different interests, so people just kind of, you know, break apart, everybody does their thing, and you just really find who you actually want to be with. Because a lot of people, you know, sometimes you mature and the others don't, so you just, you don't want to do that anymore, you know. So you just kind of find your people as, you know, time goes on by. And you know, sometimes it's like, it's nothing bad if you have a large group of friends. It doesn't mean like, oh, you know, they're gonna turn on me or whatever. It's just, you know, it's different with everybody.
Yeah, some people get lucky and have really good friends, good supportive friends that are always there for them. But then there's some people that, you know,
It's just harder.
You grow up, you mature. Maybe you mature earlier than they do, and so you don't find what they're doing, you know, interesting anymore. So, you know, you kind of either distance yourself or you tell them, and they pretty much just, you know what, cut you off and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, I mean, you know, we just appreciate, you know, all you guys that support us and you know, and are gonna grow with us. Like I said, we have a lot in mind for the future, you know, as long as we can continue to do this, you know, and with the support of you guys, you know, we hope to achieve something big and hopefully, you know,
Get
somewhere in life, you know, and
that sounds bad.
oh yeah,
get somewhere with the channel.
Yeah. Again, if you guys have not subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you guys like this video. If you guys liked it, comment anything you guys want to see. I know we're planning on doing like either I dress her and she dresses me blindfolded, like type of stuff, where she picks out outfits or I pick out outfits, or you know, like I do her makeup or she does my makeup and stuff like that, you know. So hopefully you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, you know, and drop ideas, you know, of what you guys want to see. You know, we just want to make you guys feel a part of us, and you know, we want to make sure you guys are happy with our channel. Thanks again, guys, for watching,
and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.